K1 Fiancee visa processing timelines. This is Fred Wahl, the Visa Coach. Today's topic is how long does it take to get a K1 Fiancee visa? Knowing the timeline for your K1 visa, it's crucial for planning your wedding, travel, and a future together. It impacts decisions about the wedding date and location, honeymoon plans, living arrangements, and budgeting for visa fees, travel expenses, and the wedding itself. I am Fred Wahl, the Visa Coach, and I'm here to personally guide you with preparing the forms and documents needed to bring your loved ones home to the USA. And unlike those common second-rate services that abandon you once your application has been submitted, I'm going to remain with you, providing support throughout this complicated immigration journey. Now, the visa process involves two U.S. government departments, USCIS, which means United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, and the U.S. Department of State. Now, here's a breakdown of the timeline. First, at USCIS, well, your application is initially sent to a USCIS lockbox in Dallas, Texas, for initial sorting and is then redirected to a regional processing center, California, District of Columbia, Missouri, Nebraska, Texas, or Vermont. And at the Regional Processing Center, USCIS officers examine your application forms, documents, and evidences to confirm you are eligible to apply for your fiancé. Their review includes an FBI background check on your history and your fiancé's if she or he had ever lived in the USA. The current expected processing time at USCIS is about 6 to 12 months. Now, once USCIS is satisfied that you are eligible to apply, they pass your case to the State Department's National Visa Center, NVC, in New Hampshire. At NVC, the staff there reviews your case, but usually only briefly, just long enough to confirm it's for a fiancé visa and which foreign consulate should be the one to conduct the interview. Then your case is couriered to the designated consulate. The current expected processing time at NVC is only a few weeks. But sometimes the consulate has a long backlog, such as, well, during COVID when the consular operations were put on hold. In such a situation, the cases might be stored at NVC for much longer. The current expected processing time at NVC is half a month. Then there's at the U.S. Consulate and Embassy. The consulate receives your case from NVC. Usually the case sits at the consulate for a while, sometimes months, until the consulate is ready to process the case. When the consulate is ready, they email you a welcome email providing instructions on paying fees, scheduling the interview, and so on. How long it takes before the welcome message varies based upon how busy the consulate is and whether they are backlogged with cases. Usually the welcome arrives between 1 and 4 months. Now, once the welcome is received and you take the next steps, usually the interview is held in about, 1 to 3 months later. And once the interview is held, your fiancé's passport with the K1 Fiancé visa inside is sent to him or her about 2 weeks later. So the current expected total processing time at the State Department, NVC, plus the consulate combined is 2 to 7 months. For an idea of how long the entire process may take, let's add up all the different stages, starting from when USCIS receives your case till the visa arrives to your fiancé. Expected times are as follows: 6 to 12 months at USCIS, followed by a half month at NVC, followed by 2 to 7 months at the consulate. The normal expected range might be, between 8 and 19 months. And as you can expect, some cases will be fast and some fairly slow. For your planning purposes, I suggest you estimate your case's actual results to fall around the middle of the bell curve at about 12 months. If you planned for your case to take around a year, you probably will not be too far off. Now, some factors that affect processing times. Number one, whether your application is complete and accurate. 2, the processing center's workload, how busy they are, the FBI background check results on you, what does it show, and finally the consulate staffing, their backlogs and their interview availability. There is no way to speed up how quickly the government processes your case. But the best way to avoid user-generated delays and ensure a smooth process is to submit a well-prepared and complete application from the get-go. And that's what VisaCoach is ready to do for you. This was Fred Wahl, the VisaCoach, and I'm here to personally guide you on this journey. Now please like or add your comments to this video. And well, click here to sign up for our monthly newsletter and receive bonus ebooks. Here for the playlist of recent videos on Fiance visas. Here to book a time to speak with me directly. And here to subscribe to our channel.